This week, guns and immigration have gotten most of the attention in Washington, but across the country, many people are also thinking about the sequester and those deep, across-the-board spending cuts. The effect of those cuts starting to take hold and having an impact on low-income families. NBC White House correspondent Kristen Welker joins us now. And Kristen, we've heard a lot about programs, Head Start programs particularly, where people have been hit hard and they're seeing the impact.
Absolutely, Tamara. You know, when the sequester first took effect back in March, there was a lot of debate about what the actual impact of the sequester would be. And while not everyone has been affected, a lot of families say the sequester has made life more difficult. Tiffany Jones, a single mother of 3, says her 4- and 5-year-olds, Tishawn and Jaquel, were excited about returning to school this spring.
We loved it. It was good teaching for the kids. They've helped potty train, ABCs, colors, everything.
They were students at this Columbus, Indiana Head Start, a program that helps low-income families afford preschool.
You know, my kids were in a school where I felt like they were safe. Their teachers I trusted. They were protected. It was community people that you knew from your community.
But 2 weeks ago, a major blow when Jones learned her kids, like dozens of others in Columbus, would be staying home, all because of the sequester, those deep across-the-board spending cuts that forced federal programs like Head Start to cut back. In Columbus, that meant holding a lottery to see which students would stay or go. Tishawn and Jaquel's names didn't get picked.
She's reading off this name, and you're just waiting and praying for her to read your name. Like, she hasn't said my name yet, and then you get down to the end of the name, and they tell you that's it. It's a shock. It's a shock.
Administrators are also reeling.
It's not been a fun couple weeks for us.
What the cuts represent is taking away from babies and toddlers.
Matthew Melmid is the executive director of 0 to 3, a Washington-based group aimed at improving early childhood development. As sequester cuts roll in nationwide, he and other youth advocates have been urging Congress and President Obama to find a way to protect vital programs for low-income families.
They'll be facing a lack of child care. They'll be facing cuts to nutrition programs. They'll be facing cuts to positive early learning experiences. All of that, in the short run, undermines their long-term development.
In addition to Head Start, as the cuts take effect, the White House says they could also mean 4 million fewer meals for seniors who depend on the Meals on Wheels program. As many as 600,000 women and children could be dropped from the nutrition assistance program, Women, Infants, and Children. And more than 100,000 could be removed from shelters, including military veterans. And while some have accused the administration of exaggerating the numbers, many economists agree the overall effect of the sequester could eventually be a serious drag on the economy.
So if we have fewer jobs available, if we have a higher unemployment rate, it's going to have a disproportionate impact on lower-income Americans.
Still, with critical programs like the Columbus Head Start already feeling the sting, these parents are hoping Washington will do something.
Write, call, email Congress, senators, any representative you can.
But these are our children. Like, these are the people that are going to carry us into our future. Like, these are the people that need education. We're supposed to nurture them when they're younger and have them grow.
Now, Tamara, education officials say it's hard to figure out exactly how many kids have been kicked off of Head Start programs so far because each program has absorbed these cuts in a different way. The president and lawmakers could sit down and figure out a way out of these cuts by achieving a similar type of deficit reduction in a different way. In fact, the president has a plan in his budget, but my sources say it is very unlikely that that will happen in the near future.
Wow.
Cameron.
Kristen, a very powerful piece. I hope many people get to see it. We're actually going to try to put it up online as well. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Kristen.
Cameron.
Time now for the News Nation.